Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
I'm Jerry Byrne. It's Irish Radio. Now, over the period since we've had lockdown and the advent of the pandemic, I've been speaking to numerous people of the great and the good involved in music and entertainment and singing right across the Irish music scene. Now, I'm delighted to say hello to a lady who has bounced onto the music scene a few years ago and made a big impression. She's got her own unique voice, and for a period of time she was actually 1/3 of the Honky Tonk Angels, who made a huge impression in music. She's carved out her own music career and has released a couple of albums at this stage and done extremely well, and has built up a fan base right across the country indeed. I'm delighted to say hello to CC Cooper. CC, how are you?
How are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show.
A real pleasure, a real pleasure. Listen, it's lovely to catch up with you again. You were for a long time there. You were a busy lass in music.
Oh yeah. Between my own solo career going and, as you mentioned, there's with the Honky Tonk Angels, we were up and down the country, and we were just doing festivals and Caribbean cruises and little things like that. You know, it was great fun, and we got to see parts of the world as well. So.
Indeed, absolutely excellent. I mean, it was a great show with the three of you, yourself and Lorraine MacDonald and Bernie Heaney.
Yeah. Look, it's just, as we say, it's on pause for the moment, and we all have to go and do our own thing for a little while, and especially now in the COVID times, so we can't even meet up to do it. Yeah, there's always a chance we'll reunite then after everything opens back up again, and maybe get over to your part of the world.
Indeed, that would be absolutely fabulous. But I mean, you've also had your own individual career. I mean, you've released a couple of albums. You've done appearances in numerous places up and down the country, numerous shows, etc. And it's gone very well for you.
Yeah, it went really well. I've released 4 albums to date, and how it started off was, whenever I was younger, my mum used to play country music in the car, and my dad used to play the rock music. So whoever was driving, we were listening to their music. So I went with my mum quite a lot, and her country music and love for it rubbed off on me, and I grew up singing it. And then whenever I was about 19, I think, I entered a singing competition called My Dream to Sing in Nashville, and I ended up winning the All-Ireland Heat. I ended up going to Nashville then in the end, VIP style, and that was with Hugh O'Brien, who ran this particular competition, and he had organised a big tour to go out to Nashville and everything. So I got to go to the CMA Awards over there. It was absolutely fantastic, what an amazing experience. I was rubbing shoulders with Brad Paisley, Carrie Underwood, met Alan Jackson as well. And do you know who's a really big country fan, who was at the CMAs whenever I was there as well? You know Noel Edmond?
Yes.
He's a really big country music fan. And I think he was actually out there filming with Dolly Parton at the time. He used to do a show where he'd go around and interview some of the stars, you know, and live with them for a week. So I ended up meeting him while he was doing that show. And yeah, it's kind of spiraled from there. I've been all over the world with the music, and I'm so grateful to have it. Coming from a musical background, I suppose, as well. It was always going to be there, either as a full-time career or a hobby or a sideline. You know, it was always going to be there. And, you know, I missed something dreadful now during this, during the lockdown time.
I don't well believe
for the last 6 months.
Yes, there's been absolutely, practically nothing. I mean, all of the arts, all of the, the singing, the entertaining, the theatres, everything to do with the performance art has disappeared.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one thing that it would really determine, like, if I had a night off and I was going out, I'd love to go and see some live music, and that would really determine where I wanted to go or where I was going to go that night. I'd pick the live music over a disco or, you know, a restaurant or something, you know. So it would be the live music all the way. I'd follow it even when I'm not up doing it myself, you know. I have a big appreciation for it.
Excellent indeed. Yes, it is strange times, and you, of course, you actually did get the COVID, but you survived it okay, and it wasn't too bad for yourself.
Yeah, I had really mild symptoms actually to start with. I'd been in contact with someone who was positive, so went and got tested myself, and I only had mild symptoms. Like the loss of taste and smell and headache, and that was about it. And I'm quite lucky that that's all I got, you know. The worst part of us was being locked up for the 2 weeks, you know, not being able to go anywhere. I had friends, my friends were so good. They were bringing us shopping, and you know, because we couldn't leave the house or anything. But yeah, so thankfully, it only lasted, you know, the 2 weeks.
Indeed, you're one of the lucky ones. Obviously, it just you know, unfortunately, there are many others who haven't been as lucky. But you know, well done. You survived it all, and you're battling and living to fight another day. Thankfully,
that's it.
And tell me, you met it must have been a huge experience. We were saying there about going to Nashville. It must have been a huge experience going out there. And it's very strange you say that Noel Edmonds actually is a big fan of country music. There's not many people know that. Yeah,
so I was quite surprised myself actually, but no, it was a fantastic experience. And whenever I was over there, I got to sing in the studio that I was sung in as well, in Studio B out there in Nashville, where he done most of his recording. So I got to sing there as well. We had musicians on this particular tour who kind of played along with me, you know. So it was a really, really exciting and a kind of sparkling time. I'll never forget it, you know. So we had done so much there. We'd gone to Dollywood, we'd gone up to Butcher Holler, where Loretta Lynn grew up as well. What else did we do? God, there were so many things. We went to see Good Morning America. That was on one of the mornings. It was being filmed there on Broadway in Nashville, actually, one of the mornings. It was one of those ones that we had to be there for 5 a.m. for hair and makeup, you know, but it was fantastic.
Oh, that is excellent. Now, not alone that you've been busy in your other work as in your nursing career as well.
Yeah, in the day job, then I'm a nurse. So I'm a paediatric and general nurse, and at the minute I'm working in oncology, which is cancer care. So yeah, I'm in that now, probably the last 6 or 7 years, doing that. So yeah, I love it as well, you know. But I think I'm quite lucky now in these times to be in a job where I am needed. I know a lot of people are quite unfortunate to maybe have lost their jobs or to, you know, have to maybe work from home, which can be quite difficult as well, you know. But you know, I love the nursing as well, and really appreciate having a job at the minute, you know. And there was at one point I did say, look, I'm going to go off with the band, I'll go full time with the band, and I'm going to ditch the nursing. And at times like this then, I'm so glad that I just kind of was juggling both, you know. I know it was hard at the time, but I kept juggling it through my training and everything. And yeah, sometimes things just work out, you know.
Indeed so.
Yeah.
And it's one of those.
At the minute, I'm putting I'm putting a couple of songs together for a new album. So hopefully we'll have the album for whenever we're back doing live shows and everything. So I'll be getting into the recording studio hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, looking forward to that. Now you haven't, because of you're such a busy lass, you haven't got many chances to do many live shows on Facebook, Facebook Lives as they call them. But you did one back a couple of months ago.
I did, yeah. So I'd never done a live before, and I said, look, I'll do it one of the nights. I hadn't had makeup on for about 4 months. I hadn't done my hair. I hadn't had the hair done, so got everything done, got all dolled up, and put on a bit of a show that night. It was about 2 months ago now, and it was actually broadcast through countryandIrishmusic.com.
Okay.
I think.
Right.
And that's on Facebook as well. So it was through that one. If anyone is looking for it, you'll be able to watch it back. So yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking being the first live feed that I'd done. But look, we'll get used to it.
Indeed.
I've no intentions yet to do another one, to do number 2 yet.
Indeed. Well, the thing is that they, the one thing I've said this to so many artists that the actual number of people watching the live shows from all the various singers, there are astounding amount of people watching it. I mean, any television channel would be more than happy to have the viewing figures.
Yeah, it's really rocketed since everyone's kind of been at home, and I think most people would have maybe Facebook or Instagram kind of on their phones as well. And they're the platforms now on social media that people are using to get out there and to promote their music, promote their songs, and just even for themselves to put on a show,
Indeed so. Indeed, so that's the thing, and it's been in many cases, it's been a lifeline for many artists in order to connect up to their audiences and the people who like their music at this time. When you're not able to appear and there's no dances and no concerts and no anything.
That's what I found out now. Whenever I done the live feed, you're there and you're performing away to a camera, and it's just not the same atmosphere as it would be at your show. You don't have the interaction, and look, it was a bit of a disaster halfway through it. I need glasses, to read the comments. I'm sure I couldn't read any comments. You kind of see you shape the names and call out people's names, but I'd have to maybe enlarge it or get it blown up on the big screen.
Yes. Well, the thing
you can't beat the live shows.
The thing about it is, it was your first one. What you've got to remember is that throughout my whole lifetime, I've been speaking to empty rooms. It's a different dynamic.
Yeah. You can give me a few lessons, so.
I don't know about that. Not sure if I've learned anything so far. But listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you. Listen, I wish you all the luck in the world. Well done on everything you've done. Well, good luck in the nursing career, so important at the moment. And listen, good luck. I'm looking forward to the new album coming out when. Eventually it all gets sorted out and some normality comes back in whenever that may be.
Fantastic, yeah, that'd be great. And look, in the meantime, I can send you over a couple of albums, and if any of your listeners are interested, maybe you can do a raffle or a prize.
Indeed. Yes, no problem whatsoever. Cece, lovely. Listen, it's been lovely to talk to you, and thanks a million. Listen, stay safe and well.
All right, thank you. Thanks very much.